Guys, welcome to Accessorize Your Life, where aging gracefully and accessorizing your life meet. Today I'm in the kitchen, so it's Julia Cooks, and I am going to make a recipe that I like to make for my family, and I like to sometimes take into work every now and then, especially this time of the year. We are approaching fall, and I'm making it ahead of time because we're going to take these muffins, or I plan for us to have them when we go on our trip in a week to the Shenandoah area. So we will be renting a cabin for a few days and nights, and we will have to make our own breakfast and lunch and dinner, or go out at some point. But with the current situation, I think we're going to be just hiking, fishing, and cooking in the cabin. So I'm going to make these blueberry muffins. So let's find the recipe in my recipe box here. Let's see. I have it under desserts, or do I have it under breakfast? I think it's under desserts, huh? Let's see, I have an almond meal blueberry muffin. Nope, that's not it. Blueberry brunch cake. Nope. That's not it. Frozen yogurt. No, oh, here it is. This recipe I got from a young lady from a group that I was in on Facebook that was all about these dishes here. Her name was Phyllis DeZero, and this is the recipe I got from her, and I labeled it Phyllis DeZero's muffin recipe. And I just make these every now and then, like I said, so that's what it's going to be today. Get the recipe box out of the way, and let's get on with this recipe. So it calls for 2 cups of flour, which I have right here. I'm using the Trader Joe's unbleached enriched all-purpose flour. I've already measured it out right there. And you have to have a pretty large bowl. My bowl isn't that large, but I manage with this bowl here. So everything's going to go into here. So it wants me to use, with this flour, I mix in the first 4 ingredients, and they are baking soda, which I have right here. And it wants me to put in a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. That's a 1/4. Get it unraveled here. One teaspoon of baking powder. And I just level it off right on this side here. There we are. And something I didn't get out was salt, so let me get my salt. I have in my salt container. I usually use a 1/4 teaspoon, but it calls for ½ teaspoon, so I just use half of that. Now, those are the first 4 ingredients, and what I do with those is, I have them all in my bowl here. I get a sifter and a big spoon, and this is how I do it. I just put them in the sifter, the flour, the baking soda, the baking powder, and the salt, and I just sift it so that I get a well mixed dry ingredient. I am going to whisk together, and let me get that whisk, my wet ingredients. For my wet ingredients, I need 2 large eggs right here. I have my eggs sitting out. Careful not to waste any shells in there. I like to whisk together my eggs. To that, I'm going to add, what do I need to add first? A cup of sugar. I use the sugar in the raw. I am not using a cup, I'm using about ½ a cup of sugar. Whisk that together until it's a light brown, which is going to be anyway because I'm using brown sugar. Ha ha ha. Normally it would be actually a pale yellow if you're using regular sugar because it would take on the color of the eggs, but since I'm using brown sugar, it's taking on the color of the sugar, the brown sugar. Next I'm going to add my vanilla extract, and it calls for ½ teaspoon. So let's get this out right about here. And don't worry that a little more went in there. And that, a ½ cup of vegetable oil. I don't have regular vegetable oil. I have avocado oil, so I have that measured up already. I'm going to pour that in. I'm supposed to slowly pour it in. I never do that. And you want to add next 1 cup of Greek yogurt, and that's what it's looking like. Have to waste it. And the yogurt. I measured it out already, and I'm about to put that in. Some of this, or gently fold it into my flour, okay? So I just pour a little of this mixture right into that well I created. Fold this over. You don't want to mix too much. You mix too much, you get dense muffins. Just mixing it by gently folding it over upon itself. I do it until I really don't see any more white or flour. I want it to be pretty much all kind of a yellow or creamy color. And I think that's about it. That's where you want it. It's pretty much that way. So now to this I'm going to add about a pint of blueberries. Now, remember we saved that flour. I got a bowl down. I have my blueberries. A tablespoon of flour. We're going to sprinkle on these blueberries. And then we're going to just kind of give them a little shake or move. I'm going to use this scooper, this cream scooper, to just distribute the flour around on them. Don't worry about if the flour doesn't get all over every blueberry. The purpose of this is so that you can see blueberries at the top of your muffins. This is the jumbo muffin pan, so I am going to get 6 muffins instead of the 12. So here we go. And I bake it maybe a little longer to make sure that I get that. So I'm going to spray my muffin pan. Just a little spray in each one of these. So here we go. That's it. No flour or anything. I'm going to set this to the side right now. Oh, and I'm also going to spray my ice cream scoop. So now I'm going to fold in my blueberries into my mixture here. Now this mixture is thick. And you can see the blueberries there. I'm just going to get busy. So I take a pretty large amount, scoop it right in there. And these freeze well. So that's why I'm making them ahead of time. So I don't have to worry about doing this at the last minute, because we're going to have groceries to get together. Put a little more in this one. That's it. We empty the bowl. All the muffins are in the muffin pan. And the oven is just about ready. It's at 333. And This is what it looks like once it goes into the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, let's take a look at those muffins. Whoa,